Previously on Spokes and Scenery.
They're putting the LRT here? That's the thing I always loved about living in Ottawa, and especially this neck of the woods in Ottawa, was it didn't feel like you were in a big city. There's downtown Ottawa, there's Hull, part of the larger metropolis of Gatineau, I guess. Look at this. Man, that is a hell of a view from down here of Parliament Hill. I have never seen it from down here before. I love it. These bikes are not light. The last thing you want to do is go down there where it's not wide enough to walk and get your bike pushed at the same time. Let's roll.
And now.
Well, at the end of the last video, I ended up here at the Eternal Flame. Now I gotta say, I'm really disappointed because if this is what they call eternal, then I wonder what they call temporary. Anyway, leaving Parliament Hill here and get back on the different pathways. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down around, I think the Rideau Canal. I might make my way down by Carleton University. I think that sounds like it might be kind of fun to do. This used to be a movie theater here. Stuff like that makes me laugh. All right. Well, I guess we'll cross too. So this is Spark Street, and it's kind of billed as an outdoor mall. So it's for pedestrians. There's no vehicular traffic here at all. And there's lots of different businesses and stuff in the area. I'm gonna just take a moment while I'm walking through here and just check my route. Kind of cute, the music. So I'm gonna go back the way I came. And Although I don't know the paths around here all too well, I don't think it can be all that hard to try to figure it out. Okay, let's go. So back the way we came. Get down here by the water. So gonna want to hang left here and back down here. Let's get right down by the canal, I think. Is it doable? I'm gonna say no. This is part of the learning experience of these different trails. So share the road. Okay, I think this is right. See, that looks like the path I want to be on down there. But hey, I see little painted bike things here, so that's kind of cool. And away we go. Okay, back door at the NAC. That's where I want to be, is down there, so I need to figure out how to get off of this and onto that. Like, why put up barriers? Seems kind of silly. All right, finally, now I'm on the pathway I wanted to be on. There we go. Well, that wasn't a very great start to my journey, but that's okay. Sometimes it's about adventure, and I sure had that at the start of this ride. I'm loving this. This is actually my first time riding down this path. Now, I've known that it existed, but I've actually only ever biked on the eastern side of the canal down around here, which is where I'm going to right now. Now, I could go down around Dow's Lake if I stayed on the western side of the canal. However, this is the prettier section. Go down here. And there we go. Now I'm down by the Rideau Canal. Love the view down here. There we go. Transit way is right up there. I believe that's Ottawa University. And I'm going to be staying on this trail all the way until Carleton University. And the reason I picked there as sort of my go-to point, my crossing point, is because when I lived in Ottawa before, that was where my parents came up on the boat, and I met them and spent some time with them there, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, if I would have been on the other side, I would have been on the pathway up there. But I just didn't want to go around Dow's Lake and then make the comeback. Actually, kind of like being down on this side here. you go. It's a little bumpy. Oh, by a little bumpy, I mean a lot bumpy. This needs to get looked at here. Hopefully that's the last of the bumps for a bit. Oh yeah. Now there's something I haven't done all summer. I love kayaking. This is so cool right here. So each little leg of this journey is got some pretty cool stuff on it. The first leg, going and biking along the former Sir John A. Macdonald Parkway, and then going into Quebec, and then this one here just being down by the Rideau Canal, and that's not even it. I'm going to be taking two pathways on the way back that probably don't get a lot of love from cyclists. Most people, when they bike around Ottawa, they tend to stick around here, and you can really see why, because it's really scenic, it's really beautiful. You get to pass all the cars, wave to them, say hi, let them know that you're going much, much faster than them because you're on a bike, and you know, that whole passive aggressive biker thing, you get to do that, which is awesome. But the paths that I'm going to be taking after I pass Carleton are really kind of neat. I remember the first time I discovered them too I was just kind of looking for ways to stay off of Baseline Road or Carling to try to get back and forth when I was going downtown. And I ended up stumbling across this little pathway network back then. Anyway, since then, I try to take the paths whenever I can. But this is just a neat little experience. All right, let's go. Well, there's a cool little island. You can see the colors just starting to change. Lansdowne Park. Red Blacks play there. Used to be the Ottawa X there too, back in the day. Which means that right there is going to be Bank Street. I'll be crossing under. So getting near Carleton University now. I mean, you know, you gotta say it. How many cities as big as Ottawa can you get around most of the city on pathways like this? Thankfully, more and more cities are starting to adopt multi-use pathways and putting them in, but still a lot of places where you just don't have this kind of infrastructure. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing just to be able to get around. And it's beautiful too, that's the thing, is it's not just a bunch of trees on both sides. I mean, look right here. You've got all these flowers. It's right by the canal. Like, the perfect place to be. It's a place where you want to go and bike. It's not just an out of the way spot. Now, that being said, the place that I was talking about, the trailway there, it's actually the Experimental Farm Trailway. And that's not quite as pretty as this, but it's still kind of neat. Now I'm curious if the trail is still how it was when I remember it when I was living up here, where we're in the middle of nowhere before you get to Maitland, if there's still that huge hill there. I know sometimes trails get updated and changed over and stuff, so it's quite possible it could have changed. We'll see. So this should be Dow's Lake. Yep. And if I would have been on the other side, I'd have had to go all the way around where the skyscraper is and the boats, and then bike through the trails on the other side. In fact, I can actually see a couple of cyclists over there, but I like this side. This is just something about being over here, seeing the couple of buildings and the boats, just appeals to me a little bit more than being on the other side. I think it's because you're right by the water here. Anyway, should be getting up close to the first set of locks and close to Carleton University. There we go. Love that bridge across the water there. It's very, very picturesque like. Hello, geese. Now, this is definitely the better side to cycle on. There we go. Buildings across the street and ahead. It's all part of Carleton University. You can see the first set of locks. It's actually at the top of the first set of locks where I met my parents. Wow, that really brings me back. That was a cool memory. They decided to boat all the way up from Kingston along the Rideau Canal. They'd always wanted to do it. And, you know, they did it 1 year on this small little, it's like almost a John boat, just a little fishing boat. And then when they got their cruiser, this is where they came. So I'm gonna cross over down here. I think this should be good enough for me. I think I'm good to do it. Always remember, these are a bit tricky. And how about that view of the Rideau Canal, huh? This one I think is a lot of fun. This is a very urban trail, but it's one I really like. It's also kind of winding too. And once again, I mean, riding through here, would you really know that I'm in the middle of Ottawa? This could be any place whatsoever. Oh, that's pretty. I think this is one of the floodwater retention ponds. Wow. That's actually very classy. I love it. I've never seen this. This must be relatively new. Ah, there's Home Depot. Okay, so we're right by Baseline. Or Woodruff and Baseline. And now you can see why I want to come down here. I love the view from up here of the road. Almost through this. There we go. Now onto the path more traveled.